Long ago, before the skies were painted with color, and before children ever looked up after a storm to see a rainbow smiling above them, the world was very different. The sun shone, the rain fell, the winds blew, but the sky itself was often plain and dull, a soft canvas of gray and white. The Creator, who loved beauty and balance, decided the world needed a gift, something that would remind people of hope after every storm, something that would stitch together heaven and earth with light and wonder. And so, the rainbow was born. But in the beginning, the rainbow was not as we know it today. The colors had been chosen carefully: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, but they did not yet know how to live together. Each believed it was the most important, the brightest, the most deserving of admiration. Their bickering would almost have torn the rainbow apart, had they not discovered a secret that would change them forever. The first time the rainbow appeared in the sky, people gasped in awe. Farmers paused in their fields, children pointed with laughter, and even the birds seemed to fly in curious circles around the arch of color. But while the humans below marveled, the colors themselves began to whisper and grumble.
"I am red," boomed the first color, bold and fiery. "Look how strong I am. I am the color of blood, of fire, of roses in bloom. Without me, the rainbow would have no power, no passion. I deserve to stand at the front."
Orange, standing just beside red, flickered with warmth like the glow of a setting sun. "But I am the color of harvest, of pumpkins and autumn leaves. I carry joy and celebration. I should be the leader, for I bring people comfort." Yellow giggled, bright as a field of daisies. "Nonsense! Everyone loves me best. I am the color of the sun, of laughter, of happiness itself. What would a rainbow be without sunshine?" Green swayed gently, cool and calm as a meadow. "You are all mistaken. I am the color of life itself. Without me there would be no grass, no trees, no forests. Surely the rainbow cannot exist without its heart, and that heart is me." Blue raised a calm, steady voice. "Do not forget me. I am the color of the ocean and the endless sky. I am peace, I am depth. People look to me for calmness. I must be the one who matters most." Indigo spoke next, mysterious and deep. "I am the color of twilight, of dreams, of mysteries yet to be solved. Without me, the rainbow would lose its depth, its wisdom. You may shine brightly, but I hold secrets the world needs." At last violet shimmered like the delicate petals of a spring flower. "And I am the color of imagination, of beauty, of magic. The rainbow would be empty without wonder, and wonder is mine to give." And so, the colors argued, loudly and endlessly. Each believed it was the most important. Each believed it deserved the highest place of honor. Days passed. Each time the rainbow appeared, the colors bickered so fiercely that their glow began to fade. The sky, who had carried them gently after every storm, grew weary of their fighting. One evening, when thunder still grumbled in the distance and the rainbow quarreled louder than ever, the sky finally spoke.
"Enough! Do you not see how foolish you are? The people below no longer smile as brightly when they see you. Your beauty is dimmed by your endless arguing."
The colors fell silent for a moment, ashamed.
"I only argue because I am the most important. The rainbow must shine strongest through me."
Not true.
And again their voices clashed.
"If you cannot learn to live in harmony, then perhaps you do not deserve to shine at all."
That night the rainbow did not appear. The rain fell, the sun shone afterward, but the sky refused to carry the colors. The people of the earth looked up in confusion. Children asked where the beautiful arch had gone, and the grown-ups had no answer. The fields seemed duller, the air heavier. Without the rainbow, the world felt emptier. The colors, hidden in the folds of the clouds, continued to mutter. Red sulked, yellow pouted, green crossed its arms in stubborn silence. But deep down each felt a twinge of worry. Without the sky, what were they? Without the rainbow, who would see them shine? After many days, Violet, the gentlest of them all, spoke quietly. "Perhaps the sky is right. Perhaps we have been foolish." "Foolish? I only spoke the truth. And yet no one sees us now. What good is being the strongest, the brightest, or the deepest if no one looks upon us with joy?" The humans did seem happier when we were together. I saw their faces lifted, their eyes shining. They did not choose one of us over another. They loved us as a whole. The ocean is beautiful not because of one wave, but because of all the waves together. Perhaps the rainbow is meant to be the same. The forest needs every shade. Leaves, moss, stems, roots. Life thrives because of their togetherness. Perhaps the rainbow is also a kind of forest where each of us has a place. Then we are like laughter among friends. Alone a giggle is small, but together a group can fill the world with joy. And like a feast, what is harvest with only one fruit? It is the table filled with many colors that brings celebration. But if we are all equal, who leads? No one leads. We stand side by side. That is the secret. For the first time, the colors were silent, not from anger, but from understanding. They looked at one another, truly looked, and saw beauty not just in themselves but in the way they shone together. When the rain fell again and the sun peeked shyly from behind the clouds, the colors stepped forward. This time they did not argue about who should go first. Red blazed, orange glowed, yellow laughed, green blossomed, blue calmed, indigo deepened, and violet shimmered. Together they stretched across the sky in a perfect arc. The people below gasped again, but this time their joy was greater than before. Children clapped their hands, farmers paused to give thanks, and birds soared through the arch as though singing with delight. The rainbow had returned, brighter and more beautiful than ever. The sky, watching from above, rumbled with contentment.
Now you have learned. You shine not because one of you is greater than the rest, but because you are together. This is your secret. Unity. Remember it always.
From then on, the colors never argued about who was the most important. They had discovered that their true strength was harmony. Red still burned with passion, orange still glowed with warmth, yellow still laughed with joy, green still carried life, blue still whispered peace, indigo still dreamed of mysteries, and violet still shone with magic. But none of them tried to shine alone. And so, every time the storm passed and the sun touched the rainbow appeared, carrying the secret of unity across the sky. Generations came and went, but the lesson remained. Parents told their children that the rainbow was a reminder that differences could live side by side, that strength was found not in pride, but in harmony. Even now, when people look up and see the arch of colors, they may not hear the voices of red and blue and violet, but they feel the truth in their hearts. Beauty is brightest when it shines together. And deep within the folds of the clouds, the colors still laugh, not in argument but in joy, remembering the time they almost lost everything, and the secret that saved them all.